last two reviews, I've been making a bunch of jokes about and poking fun at the Cars XRS Rocket Racing series. Of course, I have nothing against these cars. It's not like I absolutely despise them or anything. They just look really goofy and ridiculous to me. But hey, that hasn't stopped me from enjoying reviewing them and actually kind of enjoying them as well. I just can't get past some of the designs. And unfortunately, Steve Slick LaPage is one of the designs that I'm really not a fan of. With no spoiler, and that artwork, which looks kind of odd, he kind of looks like a brick. I'm not talking Brick Yardley. I'm saying this guy looks like a brick. Can we get a picture of a brick on the screen, please? Thank you, me editing this a few hours from now. Anyway, guys, welcome back to yet another review. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Steve Slick LaPage, and he also comes with that pretty cool blast wall from the XRS Rocket Racing series. So, let's get started. Pretty cool to get some more variants of Steve. Barry also got a variant in this series. Taking a look at the artwork there, you can see, of course, it has been made originally for this release here. Definitely looking a little weird. This is our second piece of artwork for Steve. Ironically, we don't have normal artwork for Steve. We have the XRS Mud Racing and Rocket Racing artwork, but we don't have normal artwork for him because he's yet to receive a single release. We've got a little picture there of how the flames spin when you roll the tires. Take a closer look at that when we get them out of the packaging. Wait a minute! I didn't know about these! Huh. Check that out, guys. We got Cam Spinner and Paul Connor of there, continuing the trend of releasing some of the XRS cars a little while after the initial series. Of course, the Mud Racer series got a full other wave, but they also got Speedy Comet released a little while after everybody else. They got him released a month later. Same thing with the Drag Racing series. Brick Yardley from that series was released a month later after everybody else. So I would assume these two will be showing up in February, or maybe they are showing up now and I just haven't found them yet. Paul definitely looks familiar to me. I think I have seen some pictures of him online. But you know what? I think Cam actually looks pretty cool. So, now that I'm done discussing those, since I completely forgot about them. In fact, I didn't even know about Cam. Usually I'm on top of this sort of thing, but that's really a surprise. It's pretty cool to see him there. We have Lightning and Cruz back here as well. Unfortunately, I don't have the description of the series here since I have the international packaging. I really don't know why. I live in America, and we're supposed to get the packaging with the description, but whatever. There is a description there. I read it in my last review. It discusses the cars driving through the blast wall at extreme speeds. So, taking Steve out of the packaging here, we're going to take a look at his blast wall accessory first. There is Steve himself, and here is the blast wall, looking pretty cool. Just like Lightning's and Jackson's. I don't have Jackson's with me right now, but I do have Lightning's. I really like how each one of these has a different primary color scheme based off of the car. Lightning's is red, with a red checkerboard pattern there and a red X. Jackson's was blue, based off of the coloring of the S on his side. And Steve's here is, of course, green, complete with a green checkerboard pattern, Trunk Fresh 34 logo, and XRS logo. Another cool thing is that the fonts on these cars are different for their numbers than usual. So it's pretty cool to see that they actually use this font on the blast wall as well. I wasn't expecting that. I thought they'd just take a generic picture of the number from the normal car, but it is using this new font. Taking a closer look at Steve, honestly, he doesn't look as bad as I thought. I think that the weird packaging picture just kind of threw me off. Something just looked off with it. But Steve Slick LaPage is a very cool looking next gen with all of his foil designs, and this car keeps that. So let's take a closer look here. Of course, he's got a pretty angry or determined expression. Is it angry? Is it determined? You decide. We've got the XRS logo here, and the green is a foil material. It's very hard to tell, but it is shiny. On this side, we have XRS/SLP, standing for his initials, Steve LaPage. Moving on to the side, we have more of this foil design, actually looking pretty cool. We've got the XRS logo there, a 34 there, although mine seems to have a scrape on the side. That's unfortunate. It's actually pretty difficult to find, at least in my experience, a Steve with no damage to the foil. But hey, it's alright. It doesn't look all that bad. We've got Combustor, Synergy, Carbon Cyber, and the Piston Cup itself as secondary sponsors. Kind of a weird-looking piston cup, though. I've said this in the last few reviews, but it's definitely interesting to see the Piston Cup be a secondary sponsor since it wasn't one for the first two XRS races. We've got the windows bolted up. We've got a fin bolted on here, 34 on the top, and a Trunk Fresh logo on the fin, which is a nice touch. As you roll him back and forth, the flames spin. There you go. XRS/SLP written there. And all the cars have this little fin on the bottom on either side. Moving on to the back, we have the 34, once again in that nice shiny foil, and his initials once again. And moving on to this side, you, of course, have identical details. Very nice touch with writing Trunk Fresh on the fin. I also really like how the fin is foil as well. And there is the base. You know what? This guy really surprised me. Of course, I was making all the jokes at the beginning of the video regarding how he looks like a brick, which, I mean, come on, he still does. With no spoiler, he kind of looks like a brick, especially in this artwork. And yeah, I think it's just the artwork that made this guy unappealing to me. Of course, he looks weird. All of these cars look weird. They all look really, really weird. But I think I really like how Steve looks because he looks just like his normal diecast. There are no major changes to him, aside from the removal of the spoiler and the fins and the flames. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I'm going to see you guys next time. Bye now.